so welcome to our test today. So are you ready?
Yes.
All right, so let's come to part 1. So can you introduce a little bit about yourself?
My name is Quân. I live in Hanoi City. 10 years old. There are 5 people in my family. They are Baba, Mama, me, sister, daughter. A student asked tên trường luôn hả cô? Cái tên trường. Asked xin học viên have.
Okay, so tell me like what's your favorite food?
My favorite food is chicken.
Chicken. Anything else? No? Okay, so what's your favorite subject? What's your favorite subject?
Món yêu
Music or English or math?
Is math.
Math. Why? Can you tell me the reason why? Because math very interesting, right? And very funny, right? Very fun. Okay. Okay, part 2. So can you retell the story to the code of kindness for me in 10 sentences, okay? Yes, okay, let's go.
Tony was a guy who loved bright and expensive clothes. He was very confused and self-centered. As one, he bought a service soul. He sold clothes made from gold fiber. The gold cost 11 million.
$1 million.
Tony put it on and felt wonderful. He looked in the mirror and thought he was amazing and so rich and fantastic. One day, something changed, and Tony felt sad when he looked in the mirror. He walked and the streets and saw a poor homeless man who looked terrifying. Tony was moved by the man's suffering and gave him his 11 million gold coin. The homeless man saw the corpse, found a mansion, became rich, and he and Tony felt happy.
Good job. Okay, so now move on to part 3, mini story. I want to ask you some question about the story. So now, are you ready?
Yes.
One more time, are you ready?
Yes.
Good job. So Tony was a guy who really loved bright and expensive clothes.
Oh.
What's the name of the guy?
It's Tony.
Tony. So was Tony a girl?
No.
So was Tony a dragon?
No.
No. So was Tony a guide?
Yes.
Yeah. So who was Tony?
Was a guy.
Good job. So did Tony love bright and cheap clothes?
No.
No. So did Tony love dark and expensive clothes?
No.
No. So did Tony love bright and expensive clothes?
Yes.
So what did Tony really love?
were left, right, and expensive clothes.
Good job. So next sentence. He was very conspicuous and self-centered. Ooh. Okay.
Ooh.
So who was very conspicuous and self-centered?
Tony.
Tony. So was Tony very normal person? Was Tony very normal? No. Okay.
No.
Was Tony very conspicuous and self-centered?
Dạ
Yeah.
con
Yes.
ngại có lúc có nghe kịp.
Okay. So can you tell me how was Tony? How was Tony?
Very conspicuous and self-centered.
Good job, Tony. Very conspicuous and self-centered. Next sentence. Last month, he bought a special coat made from gold fibers. Ooh.
Ooh.
Last month, who bought a special coat made from gold fibers?
Tony.
Tony. So did Tony buy a special t-shirt made from gold fibers?
No.
No. So did Tony buy a special coat made from gold fibers?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So what did Tony buy?
Tony buy a special coat made from gold fiber.
Good job. So did Tony buy a special coat made from silver fibers?
No.
No. Did Tony buy a special coat made from gold fibers?
No.
Gold fibers.
Yes.
Yes. So what's the coat from? What's the coat made from?
Gold fiber.
Good job. Okay, so next sentence. He decided to stroll on the street.
Ooh.
Who decided to stroll on the street?
Tony.
Tony. Did Tony decide to sing on the street?
No.
No. Did Tony decide to dance on the street?
No.
No. So did Tony decide to run on the street? Run.
No.
No. So did Tony decide to stroll on the street?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so what did Tony decide? What did Tony decide? He decided to stroll on the
street.
Good job, on the street. So did Tony decide to stroll in the garden?
No.
No. So did Tony decide to stroll in the park? In the park?
No.
No. So did Tony decide to stroll on the street?
Yes.
Last question. So where did Tony decide to stroll?
On the street.
Okay, good job. Okay, so now move on to the last part 4, picture description. So can you describe a picture for me? And you can see on the screen. Let's go.
In the picture, and can see many children in the park. There are 4 children. Two boys are playing football. A girl is reading a Bible. Another girl is reading book under the tree. The weather is sunny and the children look very happy.
That's all? Yes. All right. And that's all the test today. Thank you so much.